We're live on TikTok. We have TikTok there and we have YouTube here. Hello, good evening. We're going to look at health from 3 angles, and we have body, mind, and spirit. So if you join and you are having any ailments or any diseases that you would like to ask me questions and you want solutions with essential oils or with supplements, please put your question in the chat. We're going to touch on the emotional conflict. It's great to see you, everyone. We're going to touch on the emotional conflict, and also I'm going to explain, I will say, your ailment or disease from the new Germanic medicine perspective. And this idea will help you understand and also reflect, why do you get that particular ailment, why do you get that particular disease, how will stress impact, how is your life experience impacting on getting this. Okay, so before I get first questions, I would like to explain. Hello, it's great to see you. great to see you. I would like to explain why people are getting sick, because this is the core message that we're going to address, why people get sick. And if we're looking at the body, thank you so much for the loves, for the likes, and let's just raise this video to the top so we can have more views. You know, it's your way of saying thank you to the universe for getting this information absolutely for free. I am going to deepen with my deep blue, okay, deep blue stick, because I just came, well, not just, I came from the gym about maybe 2 hours ago. And this shoulder, the left shoulder, like you're looking at the camera, it's a little bit not as great as it should be, but it's been like this for a while now. Yeah, I have not been very consistent with my gym. Okay, so the body, why do you get sick in the body? And if I explain it to you from a biological and your lifestyle factors, you will understand that the genetics do play an important part. Yes, they do. Hormones, the same. So if you are not only menopausal, but if you are having hormonal imbalances, if you have inflammation in your body, if you have gut health, gut issues, then you will definitely get sick. If your sleep is not, the right time, again, that will impact on the diseases and your ailments that you'll get. Movement, and I can say on my own experience that in the moment when you will have hello, good evening, great to see you, hello. In the moment when you don't move, and you are sit or you rest, you rust. So that was one of the most important things that I came across in December. One of the people from YouTube messaged me, if you rest, you rust. Okay, also food plays very big part in this, in your ailments and diseases. Toxin exposure, the same, and your nervous system overwhelm. And my videos are targeting especially the nervous system. Okay, so chronic stress, chronic overload. Thank you so much. It's lovely to see you. Let's just tap and send the love so we can raise this video to the top of tonight's videos, which are going on TikTok. If we're looking from a mind perspective, Why do people get sick? Is because of stress, is because of emotions, is because of inner conflicts that you're carrying. And here I will invite you to watch my 2 videos on Happy New Year. It's lovely to see you, Lana. It's lovely to see you. Welcome to my live. If you have any questions, everyone here or on YouTube, please ask them in the chat. Okay, I'm going to check regularly the chat so we can I can take any questions. Yes. If you have suppressed emotions, also will impact, looking at the body, mind, and spirit's perspective. Suppressed emotion definitely are affecting your health, your over responsibility. If you carry on your shoulder responsibility for everyone, if you have guilt, if you have a lot of fear, pressure also from the outside, and internal pressure is not enough from the outside. You need to put extra pressure from you as well. That is lack of boundaries, to be honest. And in the moment when you don't have these boundaries, you will see in your body, because we don't process mentally. So what we don't process mentally is often expressed in the physical side. Okay, so in the spirit you have misalignment. You don't have a meaning in life. You don't have a life direction. You just you just go in that rat race. So in the moment when you're living like that, you will start getting sick. I have an issue with boundaries. I'm working on it. I will direct you to my YouTube channel. It's if you go on YouTube and type Mihaela Hegarty, I have 2 videos there. They are called the childhood wounds, which are controlling your life. I highly recommend that you see them. Highly recommend. Okay, so go on my YouTube. If you live in out of alignment, also with your values, with your internal values, if you know that you deserve more than life, if you know that you can give more, you deserve more, but you stay in a mediocre way or maybe below this mediocre, then you will see it in your body. So I will go. Thank you. No problem. So in that moment, you will see it in diseases and ailments. If you are ignoring your intuition, which is God's way of communicating with you, that is also going to show, and not from one day to another. Maybe from one day to another it will be like a mild headache, maybe a shoulder pain, but diseases which are very heavy and also for lifetime is because your body was telling you once, twice, 3 times, and so on, and you kept on ignoring. Life transitions, identity shifts will also impact from a spirit perspective on your ailments and diseases. And illnesses can become an invitation to slow down. If you see it, if you understand that this, what's happening, it is an invitation rather than a burden, then you will realign, you will start listening, you will start acting, and you will see that it will go. My body at times craves potato chips to the point I have to no control. How do I fight this? I hope that I read your question right. How do I fight this? Okay, meta power. Meta power. I like you have potato cravings, but this oil, it helps with any cravings. So I'm going to show to YouTube as well, because I have TikTok there and I have YouTube just below. This oil is amazing with cravings. It doesn't matter if they're sweet or savory. Okay, so when I started my weight loss journey, and on my TikTok, I have three playlists. Two of them are about weight loss, about motivation, about discipline, and so on. When I started that journey, almost 3 years ago, I started using Meta Power. And this is a huge, huge aid, huge help, huge support in cravings at any time, any type. It doesn't matter if they're savory or sweet. So this, you need to try this. Okay, let's see exactly if there is any other questions, because I was just concentrating on that one. No. Okay. So from a new germ, I am passionate, will check it out. Of course, just be mindful where you're buying it from, because in the moment when you're buying it from internet, like Amazon, I don't know what sources there are out there. First of all, you will have absolutely no guidance. And secondly, you may buy a fake. Okay, so in the moment, I've seen it with my own eyes, where people bought doTERRA oils. What oil is that? It's called the Meta Power. Okay, Meta Power oil, it helps you with cravings. Absolutely incredible. I'm going actually to take one drop now, and it's also, it comes from Meta, which stands for metabolism, and power, which is, yeah, helping you with metabolism. We take it with intention. Okay. I just took a few drops because I had my meal, and for me it's very important to keep that under control, like if there is any sugar spikes and so on. You are amazing. Question: what is Candida overgrowth indicating? Okay, I want to ask you one question. When did you get this Candida? How long ago? How long ago and where it is? Because Candida, it can be in different parts of the body. What is the name of the oil? It's called Meta Power. Okay, Meta Power. It's called Meta Power. Meta Power. But be mindful where you are buying it from, because people are buying this oil from doTERRA, then buy an oil from, I don't know, another shop, and they change the content. So you pay doTERRA money and you get, I have no idea what. Yeah, it's Meta PWR. PWR. So coming back to your Candida, can you please let me know, from a body, mind, and spirit perspective? Yeah, we'll touch on that. On the physical side, it's my husband that has Candida. Not sure when he got it, but it is his body eliminating it since 4 years ago. Okay. And what did you do this time? I'm just curious, if you see that your husband got it, what did you do this time? Let's just look body, mind, and spirit. Candida overgrowth it often appears when this internal ecosystem is out of balance. And what do I mean by this? First of all, I will say that he has a weakened microbiome. He stopped drinking alcohol. I know, but this is, we know, and if you are here on my lives for quite a while, you know that stopping alcohol is just a tiny step, tiny step. You need to look body, mind, and spirit, and let's just go deep into that. Weakened gut microbiome. Okay, that is, maybe he had antibiotics, maybe he has a lot of stress in his life, also the way he eats. Maybe he eats junk, maybe he eats processed food, high sugar, refined sugar, refined carbs. The whole, you need to look at what he eats. This is very important. Also, he has stomach acid and also sluggish digestion, and all of this will impact, and he will continue to have Candida until he addresses all of that. Maybe he has hormonal shifts, like whatever is happening in his body. I don't know if he can tested that. Chronic stress, I said, like I need more information on this. And the fact that he has chronic stress, it will automatically impact on that suppressed immune resilience. It's, yeah, lack of rest, not sleeping at the right time, poor liver, yeah, especially if he eats a lot of fatty food. Lymphatic system is not working. It's full of toxins. He needs a proper detox. That is will be the first thing. Oh, thank you so much for these hearts, and I really appreciate it. Thank you. Oh my gosh, what is that? What you gave me? I've never ever seen something like that. Wow. I am mesmerized, I will say. I've never seen those four. It looks like a balloons, but thank you. I really appreciate you. Also, his body is trying to say to him, I am overloaded. Please help me. Restore my balance. So is his body communicating with him? Restore my balance, restore my microbiome. Please nourish me properly. It makes sense. It requires big lifestyle changes. Thank you. What are his challenges? First of all, I would recommend Meta Power. This little guy, I started using it in April 2023. I started my journey, my weight loss journey, from obese, insulin resistance, probably candida, probably a lot of things in my life. In May, yeah, well, the end of May, for end of beginning of June. So about a month and a half after I started taking this influenced me a lot in starting that process. I was 206 pounds and I dropped, let me calculate, because I have no idea what is 30 kilos in pounds. Let's see. 60, or let's call it 70 pounds I dropped. Okay. Greetings from Trinidad and Tobago. It's lovely to see you. What is it? We're talking about where I'm answering questions in regards to illnesses, ailments in the body from a holistic perspective, body, mind, and spirit. What's happening from a body, mind, and spirit perspective? Why do you get ill? And this is Meta Power. Okay, this oil is Meta Power, and this will help your husband. Greetings from Georgia. It's lovely to see you. Probably in Georgia it's quite early in the morning. If in the UK it's about, I don't know, almost 12 o'clock. Probably, yeah. How do I use it? I normally guide people in the moment when they purchase it, because what fits for me, it might not fit for you. I need to understand a little bit about your situation. Hello, good day. But this will amazingly start that process. It will reduce that sugar cravings. It will reduce the processed foods craving. It will just start the process. Okay, Meta from metabolic. When I started my journey of weight loss, I was 45 years old, so that is biological age. But inside me, my organs had a metabolic age of 63. 63. This is crazy. To be 45, but actually inside your body to be 63. That's not good. Glad to see you. Oh, hello, Joanna. It's lovely to see you too. It's great. We're just talking about the candida right now. So your husband, my lovely, will need to increase the fiber, will need to introduce, if he doesn't take right now, greens, probiotics, fermented foods, will need exactly like you said, a full reset. But this will start with a detox. If he doesn't do detox, the toxins will be there. And let's say that he starts eating right, he starts hydrating, he starts all of those fiber greens, whatever. If you don't clean what it is at the bottom, if you start putting good foods on top of the bad things which are in his body, it will just until it explodes. So you need to eliminate that in order to add good things. Okay? Remember, there are some steps. You can't just do it by the ear. No, there are some steps. Okay? And from a mind perspective, Candida often appears in people who, and I want, for you to confirm if your husband is like that, they feel overwhelmed, they feel invalidated. They have ideas, but nobody is validating them. They take on responsibilities more than they carry. Also, they have difficulty in setting boundaries. Resentment is a big one because he keeps on unexpressing that resentment. He's also feeling stagnant in his life. Maybe he would like to move further. Maybe he would like to do, things, but he's feeling stagnant. He has a lot of guilt, self-criticism, beating himself all the time. And he turns to food because he can't express all of that. And he is suppressing. So this is why he has this candida. Is it nice to live with candida? I will be terrified. I will take an action right now if I will have candida. And questions that he will need to start asking himself. Where in his life does he feel invalidated, drained, without energy, overloaded, and so on? Where? Which part of his life? What age were you when you started your journey? I'm turning 43 in 2 weeks. I gained 10 kilograms in 2025. So I started my journey at the age of 45 years old. That was almost 3 years ago. And I was having a metabolic age of 63. So that is crazy, because if you are 45 but your organs inside are feeling 63, that's crazy. That means sick. Divina, if you want any help because of my personal journey, I am now also personal trainer. I'm doing meal plans and so on. So I can help people. 10 kilograms is not as bad as I had. I had like 30 kilograms extra. That was insane. Yes, he was like that for many years, and it changed recently when his father died. Yeah, that's the invalidation stopped with his father's death. You're such an inspiration. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And I hope more and more people will take control of their lives. Also, I'm just thinking about your husband, because you said where what emotions has he been suppressing? That it's I'm curious about emotions. Thank you so much for the. I don't know what that is, to be honest, but I will be very curious. Go popular. That's cool. Thank you. I really appreciate you. And from a perspective, we talked about body, we talked about mind, spirit. He's out of alignment. On a spiritual level, Candida will invite, cleaning old patterns. So what kind of old patterns he needs to ditch? The ones that are not serving him anymore. roles, patterns, emotional residues. So he needs to let go. And one of my videos, it's last night actually, I posted about letting go. It's very interesting. If it is not about diseases, or it's not about advices like the one with clove, boiled clove with bay leaf, then people are not interested. It's very interesting how people are ignoring the spiritual side and the mind side. I find it gobsmacking, because this is where, for me, it's the most important thing. It's like 66%, and only 33% is in the body. So, your husband, what kind of old patterns, what roles, what emotional residues he needs to ditch out because they are not serving him anymore. He needs to reclaim his personal space, his energetic sovereignty. So, he needs to claim all of that. He needs to return to himself, to give himself space, self respect, self value, authenticity. So, where? He needs to learn how to nourish himself, not overgive. Okay? Come back to himself, simply clean food, clean thoughts. Yeah, that's what I would recommend. I agree, but people avoid spiritual cause because it's harder to deal with. How is it harder to deal with? Is it because it doesn't hurt physically? Or what do you mean exactly it's harder to deal with? Or is it no time? I don't understand, yeah. Or maybe I do, and I would like to understand how you're seeing it. Okay? Until you were explaining, I am very interested why people, and that's one of my biggest questions that I would love to answer that. I would love to answer that. Why people are not looking at spirit and mind about their diseases and just from the body? Is it because you feel it more and the others you can't? Or is it about time? Is it about the lack of information? I have a million questions that come to my mind right now. So for Candida, I will recommend citrus oils. They are part of that detox that I was saying to you about. So lemon, lime, grapefruit, these are powerful cleanser and also powerful releaser. They will release all of that it doesn't serve him anymore. Will give him freshness, it will give him lightness, it will give him that energetic clarity to move into a new life. Lack of information. It took me a while to understand the connection. Right, Joanna. Yeah, lack of information. I will continue to be here. Even that I have one person on this life, I will continue to be here. It doesn't matter. At some point, it's enough one person to apply what I say. And that for me, it's huge. I also recommend for Candida tea tree, because tea tree is the oil. Let's just take it out. It's one of my favorite oils, tea tree. Okay. It's the oil of boundaries. It's the oil of emotional detox. Emotional detox. Okay. I love it. I love it. Okay, so that's also part of my oils that I recommend. Also, Zendocrine. I have the impression people avoid what's less tangible. Yeah, I thought so. I thought so. So it's a combination of information, less tangible, shadow work. Food is easy. Yeah, food is easy. And this is why we are in this world that we are now. Yeah, what can I say? Also, I will recommend a Zendocrine blend for your husband for Candida. Okay, for Candida. And Zendocrine is the oil of reset, is the oil of renewal. I hope you take notes. Oh, hello. Good evening. I hope you take notes, Joanna. It's not 5 o'clock in the morning, and everyone here, you should take notes, because being on the live, it's easier than trying to listen like to an hour of talking, discourse, whatever, and then make notes. So when I say Zendocrine blend for Candida, you should already make a note. This is how you accumulate information, Joanna, and not only because then let's say you will have at some point Candida, and you come to me and say, oh, Mihaela, I have Candida. And then I say, do you remember that day? What is the day? 4th of January, because we are already here in the UK, we're past midnight, so we are into 4th. In the UK, in the America, you are still on the 3rd of January. Do you remember that day, Joanna, on the 3rd of January, when I told you that Zendocrine, when I told you that the tea tree, when I told you the citruses are for Candida? Oh, yeah. Well, this is how you should work and get information, with a pen and paper. This is how you should... Especially men do not want to think or deal with their traumas and emotions. Yeah. That's coming from the childhood wounds. And men are especially prone to some particular wounds. And this is why I'm not asking for help. I can do everything on my own. Okay, I have Candida overgrowth. Well, then I'm speaking to you as well, and then I'm going to talk about H. pylori. Just give me a second so I can finish with Candida. Okay, so Zendocrine, make sure, Joanna, to take notes. Okay, so Zendocrine is the oil of reset, is the oil of renewal, very important. Frankincense, and this month we have frankincense absolutely for free until the 15th of January, and is the oil, the king of oil, the oil of connection with God, the oil of presence, the oil of inner authority, and your husband needs that. Definitely he needs that for Candida. Also, I will recommend copaiba, because the copaiba is calming, highly anti-inflammatory oil. Also, it's soothing the nervous system, the emotional weight. And one of the other oils is balance. It's a grounding oil. And you know me, every time when we have a disease or an ailment, I love to recommend something grounding for the nervous system safety. It's very important to look at that. And for self-love, I would recommend bergamot or geranium. He needs to embalm himself in these two oils, because these are the oils of self-love, the body acceptance, releasing that heaviness, and so on. Because Candida appears when the body inner ecosystem becomes unbalanced. If we're looking at that, often it is from stress, it's from diet, it's from antibiotics. I don't know if he's taken antibiotics lately. From hormonal shifts, we have fatigue as well. So in the mind, on the mind level, people are with Candida are feeling very, very overwhelmed, invalidated, like we said, carrying a lot of responsibilities, difficulties with boundaries. So we can wrap up a little bit. And spiritually, it's about inviting you to do that cleansing, to release what's not serving you anymore, and returning to self-respect. Okay, it's very important to look at all of that. Okay, so I have other question here as well, but I'm looking at H. pylori because you asked me. Please bear with me, and we'll come to that as well. Okay, so let's go back. Does H. pylori cause anxiety? Well, let's just have a look. Have you ever please comment in the chat so I know you're still here, because if you're not, I'm not going to speak about H. pylori. I'm going to take another question. Have you thought ever about understanding H. pylori from a body, mind, and spirit perspective? So I'm waiting for your answer until I put some rose on my face. I use the hydrosol. So, have you thought about understanding H. pylori from a body, mind, and spirit perspective? Are you still here? Maybe you left. Maybe I scared you. I have another question here also about H. pylori, saying that I also have H. pylori and I will be interested because I never thought about from a perspective. Well, yeah. Okay, let's just answer that. So H. pylori from a body perspective, okay, it's a bacteria. It's a bacteria. That is living in the stomach, and many people, I've heard this since I don't know how many years ago, probably about 20 years ago, maybe more. A lot of people are living with it, and very interesting, a lot of people carrying H. pylori but without any symptoms, and it becomes anything for PCOS. Well, let's just see exactly that, if we look at PCOS and come back to H. pylori, because it seems I don't have any interactions on H. pylori. So, PCOS, body, mind, and spirit. Okay. Also, please answer. Have you thought ever about PCOS from a body, mind, and spirit perspective? I'm curious. Please interact with me, because if I have no interactions, I feel like I'm speaking on my own. Well, I'm speaking on my own anyway, because I'm here in the room on my own. But I love these commentaries. I love the interactions. Have you thought about interpreting? It's for my daughter. Okay, but you or your daughter, have you thought about that PCOS is more than just the body? Hi from Italy. Hello. It's great to see you. Great to have you here. And I'm waiting until I use the hydrosol, rose hydrosol. Self-hate, maybe. Okay, I was just curious if you ever thought about, actually, PCOS is more than just the body. So if we look now, let's analyze. Please stay here online, because otherwise I'm going to take another question. So from the body perspective, it's a lot of hormonal and metabolic imbalances in the body. Okay, is she overweight? Does she have insulin resistance? Does she have blood sugar imbalances? No. Okay. So does she, chronic inflammation in the body? That for sure it is. Okay, chronic inflammation. It's high stress cortisol, which, okay, so there is, and I'm just detailing because I need to understand there. Okay, if we were talking in private in a DM, I will ask you there all of these questions, because you're asking me here. I will go through in here. Hi from Denmark. Interesting topic. Thank you so much. And yeah, welcome. So your daughter. Okay, we'll come back to that. I have the lady asking for PCOS now, and we'll come back to cystic acne. Okay, I'm going to make a note. Acne, cystic. Okay, we're looking, but coming back to the PCOS. Okay, she has a high stress cortisol, disrupted ovulation. Okay, nutrient deficiency, magnesium, zinc, omegas. I don't know what kind of food she eats. So nutrient deficiencies. Okay. Oh, hello, Pat. It's lovely to see you. Also, how is her sleep? Does she have poor sleep, irregular meals? Is she snacking all the time? Does she move in any way, like walking, going to the gym, exercising? I don't know. And this will affect her body massively. Part of the PCOS. Yes, poor sleep. And not only that, you said about other things as well that I mentioned. Endocrine disruptors. Majority of the endocrine disruptors are coming from food. I have high cortisol. Majority of the people do, because they live not in alignment. So is she having irregular cycles? Does she ever like testing or measuring ovulation? Is she having acne, hair loss? Does she have facial hair? All of this is so much to discuss. I have many of the symptoms you mentioned. There we are. This is PCOS. Probably you have fatigue as well, cravings, mood swings, and you're going to food for comfort. Your body isn't broken. In the moment when you have PCOS, your body is not broken. It's just trying to protect itself from all of this overload, and is asking for nourishment, is asking for detoxing, is asking for safety, and you keep on ignoring it because you don't feel the pain. People are acting on pain. Yes, I go to food for comfort. There we are. I was exactly there. No, I didn't have PCOS, but I had stress. I was going to food for comforting as well. And I took a decision. Enough, it's enough. At 48 years old, quite late in life. But again, I'm coming to Meta Power. This has helped me. 1 month and a half after I started to taking it, just incredible. Let's go back to PCOS, because probably you're not interested about my weight loss now. Again, she needs to stabilize her blood sugars, and this will be done through a high protein lifestyle, not diet. She needs to introduce fiber. She needs to slow on carbs. She will need to find ways as much as possible, and this is where the natural solutions, essential oils will come in. Support your body holistically. She will need to find ways to reduce her stress and improving her sleep. And we have lavender, we have Roman chamomile, we have frankincense, we have serenity. All of these oils applied daily, guided by me, she will improve. I have Pat here, I have Joanna, who are having issues, the same as everyone, but they decided that it's time to make a change in my life, because if I continue as I am, nothing will change. She will need to start introducing movement in her life. I understand she might not be a gym rat or fan, but walking, stretching, not overtraining, okay? Just light movement. Liver and lymph detox. It's super important. Exactly like I said for the gentleman just before, with the husband, that lady with Candida. Your daughter with PCOS, she will need a detox before anything else. And she needs to. One of my videos the other day was talking to your body. It's healing your body faster than supplements or anything else in your life. She will need to start talking to her body. Slow down. I love you. You are safe. So these kind of things in her mind. Let's look PCOS from a mind perspective. Pressure to be strong. Who are you asking your daughter to be strong? Is her husband? I don't know exactly how old she is. Or is someone asking her to be strong, to be capable, to prove herself, to be in control? So all of this, 20. Okay. I don't know if she's married or not, but if she has a partner or not. It's questions that I need to know. But she definitely has a pressure from the outside And also maybe she puts pressure on herself to be strong, to be capable, to be in control of everything. She has difficulty in relaxing into her femininity. And PCOS, it's especially related to femininity because, men don't get it and stuff. So she has difficulty in relaxing and embracing her feminine part, in receiving, because men are with giving more, women are with receiving. So in the moment when you don't have that balance between receiving and giving, you will start developing PCOS, amongst other things. Okay, she feels unsafe. Have you ever tried to talk to her? Are you having a good relationship? Are you open to each other? And did you ever ask her, whatever her name is, so and so, are you feeling unsafe? Are you feeling over responsible? Are you having pressure to overperform? So it's very important to have that conversation. Is she a perfectionist? Is she putting a lot of self-criticism on her? Emotional suppression. You see how many things there are there. I think you speak to her, and if you are open to heal and be supported with natural solutions. I've worked with women with PCOS before, and we had amazing results, phenomenal results for women which allowed themselves to heal body, mind, and spirit. They were looking at their anger, their resentment, which tuned inwards. This is what they started to think about that. They had a fear of vulnerability, of womanhood, okay, womanhood roles. And again, start asking her questions, or prompt her to think, where in my life right now do I feel I must fight to survive or to prove myself? Where am I living in my masculinity, rejecting my femininity? Where? Where? And what emotions am I holding in my body instead of expressing them? This is so powerful, and this is where the oils will come through the limbic system and will support her. And she will start seeing, oh, hello, I'm feeling much calmer. I'm sleeping better. Oh, I don't feel like going to food anymore. And she will start little improvements day by day. At the spiritual side, at the spiritual level, PCOS, it's about healing the relationship with your femininity, with your softness, with receiving, receptivity. And this is where she needs to work, okay? Because it's stepping out of that survival mode that I speak on my videos. It's all about survival mode. It's about nervous system and so on. And she needs to go back into her self-trust, honoring her cycles, her menstrual cycles, her rest, pleasure, creativity. They are very important. Probably I don't know. It's no more, no more comments in there. I don't know if you're here still anymore. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, what I recommend, it's Clary Sage, because that is a huge oil that in femininity. It's feminine flow. It's emotional release. Geranium, again, you see, flowers. I'm recommending flowers. She needs flowers in her life. Probably she's very masculine. She's living in that, and even that she doesn't look masculine, that you don't need to look like a man. I'm talking about energy here. Energy. She's very masculine. When I'm saying that, it's energy that I'm talking about here. Because, I was there as well. And I had to deepen myself so much with flowers because I have, by my nature, that masculine energy. And I'm not a man. I'm not looking like a man, or at least I don't think I look like a man. Okay. Geranium, it's that self-worth, that heart healing. Lavender, again, she will need lavender, pure, tested oils. It's calming, and especially it will help her with her cycle. She will need copaiba and frankincense. These are highly anti-inflammatory oils. They will calm the nervous system. They will reconnect her with her body wisdom. And of course, Meta Power. She will need to start using Meta Power a lot, because this oil, I said, it is responsible for metabolic. It will support that mindful style changes. Okay, I have anxiety. Yeah, that's you're totally living in disconnection with what God sent you to do with anxiety. Anxiety, it's huge, and I think every other question is about anxiety. You definitely look feminine and beautiful. Thank you. Well, I struggle with too much masculine energy too. And the fact that you are her mother, she will take from that, because even that you are 50, 60, and your daughter is 20, they are still taking from us. I'm telling you, it's you need to work on yourself as well in order to help your daughter. It's very interesting. So someone asked about cystic acne. I don't know acne. I don't know if you're still here, or shall I talk about anxiety? Cystic acne. I don't know if you are or not. People are coming, people are going, and this is why. Yeah, there we are. I don't think you are anymore here. No, we'll come back to anxiety. Let's just talk. Daniel will because that person with cystic acne, she didn't have the patience to stay. Sometimes I need to respond if I'm going from, and I love to respond in details. I don't know why. Maybe it's bad, but I do. My daughter has 6. Okay, let me, I hope you do have the patience, because I asked about cystic acne and nobody responded. But then Daniel asked me about the anxiety. So I'm going to speak about anxiety. I'll try to reduce and not talking too much, but then I will come back to cystic acne. Okay. So anxiety, body, mind, and spirit. You're living in chronic stress. You have high cortisol, my lovely. You have gut imbalances. I don't know if you drink caffeine on an empty stomach, if you have poor sleep, if you have, all of that. Maybe some breathing issues. You're living in a house full of molds, full of fungi. I don't know, It, that are the questions that you need to start asking from a body perspective. The blood sugar fluctuations, hydration. Again, nutrient depletion is a big one for any disease and ailments, because the food in nowadays, the population grow and grow and grow, and therefore the nutrients in the food is not the same like we used to. And also you have a lot of trauma stored in your body, and all of us have. Don't you think that you are that special one? Oh my God, she tells me I have a lot of trauma. What about her? Is she perfect? All of us have. All about have. Go back to my YouTube channel. I have there, I eat vegetarian. Trust me. I am, well, I was vegetarian because now I'm plant-based. So I ditched even more eggs, milk, and so on. So I turned vegetarian at the age of 19. That was 1997. This is how old I am. 1997. And trust me, on a vegetarian diet, you can have more toxins and more issues in your body than a person who eats meat. Trust me, because the last time I remember eating meat and fish, 1 second so I can do the puzzle. The last time I ate meat or fish was in 1997. Okay, so this is why it's the way that you process your emotions, and we'll go to that. The fact that you're vegetarian, don't think that you are a saint there. No, because body is just 33%. You have maybe insomnia, you have digestive issues. I came out of the closet, so that is why of anxiety. Okay, what do you mean by you came out of the closet? Okay, just then in your mind, let's until you answer. You have okay, yeah, you have a fear of losing control. You have a fear of the future. Okay, fear of the future. You're overthinking, catastrophizing everything. This is why you have the anxiety. You're a perfectionist. Okay, you want to do everything by the book, and this comes from childhood wounds. Go back to my it's actually the wound of injustice there. So these are I'm not going to go to explain into that. Just go on my YouTube and listen to my oh, hello Rosemary, it's lovely to see you, lovely to have you here. You need to see those 2 videos about childhood wounds. I'm going to put them on my story so people can see. You also have suppressed grief. Hello, Julia. It's lovely to see you. Where do you feel unsafe at the moment? Where do you feel unsupported? Thank you for sharing this live. I really appreciate it. What are you trying to control because you don't trust life? Again, that's causing you anxiety. What emotions are you avoiding? That turns into anxiety. What emotion? Have you thought about that? And spirit-wise, it's returning to presence, to the present moment. Stop living in the future. You might not see tomorrow. You might not live until tomorrow. Stop living, with anxiety about the future. Return to presence instead of fear the narrative. Return, reconnect you with your trust, grounding. You need a lot of grounding essential oils. You need to soften that self-pressure that you're putting on you and embrace that compassion. Learn to sit with your feelings. When was the last time you sat with this anxiety instead of escaping it? Vetiver you can use cedar wood, you can use Siberian fir, you can use Douglas fir, a lot of grounding oils. Yes, all of those, that including vetiver, 100%. But I'll tell you, lavender, balance is a huge oil for grounding, stability, for safety, for and vetiver will help you a lot with deepening grounding. Okay, if you have those racing thoughts, you have heaviness as well, it will help you a lot. Yes, it's so difficult not to think in the future. It is difficult, but when you use essential oils, when you use these support tools, they will bring your racing mind into the present. This is why if you're not using anything, that's an issue there. Also, what I will recommend you is adaptive. Our blend called adaptive, that will barefoot. You just put it on your soles. You can go, barefoot in your garden, connect with with the grass, even that it is freezing cold or hot. I don't know which country you're living, but yes, connecting with the earth, grounding, but adaptive as well. Emotional adaptability. It says really on the tin what it does. Adaptive. It will release that nervous tension. Copaiba the same. Calm the presence, soothing, soothing that internal intensity. Frankincense, it should be, this is again one of the number one oils in anxiety, because it's centering. What did I say? It takes that veil out of your face, out of your eyes. Is the oil of connection with God. How much do you believe in God? Are you connected with the divinity? Are you connected with your inner peace? It's a lot there, my lovely. If you want my guidance in all of this healing process, message me and we will be able to start your journey, okay? Because it's a lot to work there, but you need to be open to this, because I'm not here to convince anyone. I'm just giving you the information. You act or not on it, and you heard me with you heard me with my formula. So all the information that you're getting, including from me, it will I pray every night. The same. I pray every day and every night and in the morning. I'm not leaving my house until I do my consecration. I don't know if I say it right in the English. Like giving the actions in the day to God. I mean, like, I give it to you. May it will be your will. It just automatically comes in my mind in Romanian. I don't know exactly how to translate, but I'm trying to explain. Again, it's a lot there to work. Until you don't feel ready, the information will stay there. Information that I gave you will act on your system of beliefs, which at the moment it is a lot there, limiting system of beliefs. Then, of course, you'll have thoughts, oh, she's talking rubbish or whatever. Then, of course, your actions will be according to your thoughts. And the results, you will continue to be in anxiety. Gratefulness. Yeah, that's also part of the healing process, to be grateful. And let's just address, I hope you'll message me. I want to address one more question and then we'll close, because it's also quite late. The cystic acne. Okay, I hope you're still here, because if you're not, I'm going to close the live now. Or if anyone is interested about the cystic acne. Okay, I'm waiting until... Yes, okay, perfect. Well done for your patience, because other people would have left the life by now. It is wonderful to thank God for being alive. Absolutely, absolutely. I think I would. I'm not even thinking about that. I read the Bible every single day. I have the application, the Bible, and I'm looking at every verse. I interpret it with, what means that? No, I'm not just reading one verse or something. I'm just interpret it, so I understand. I go deeper. I also, another book that I'm reading. Well, it's more listening rather than reading. It's called A Year in Miracles. So again, that's super powerful, because it's also about God. And yeah, anyway, so we're looking at cystic acne from the body perspective, body, mind, and spirit. You have hormonal imbalances, especially the dominance of androgen, cortisol, stress. You have most probably insulin resistance, because that is okay. Thank you, Danielle. I'm grateful for being on this live. So cystic acne, you have insulin resistance. Is your diet, the way that you eat is high in sugar? Is it dairy? Do you have a dairy sensitivity? Have you done some tests? One of my friends said, oh, my son, all of a sudden, he started to have acne. And when we went to check his dairy sensitivity, we saw that he is high. Have you checked that? You need a detox 100%, because your whole, the lymph, the digestive, everything, it's sluggish. Your lymph, it's stagnating. you have poor sleep, and these are quite common. I understand. You may say, oh, but you said that into the other diseases. They are common. They are common, okay? Some of them may be higher, some of them might be lower, but they are common. Also, you have like that touching and picking skin. It worsen that inflammation in the on the skin. Yeah. Maybe you have painful cysts in the jawline, in the chin. Maybe you have flares around ovulation, or maybe before your periods. What detox do you recommend? How can we detox? I'm going to do a live specifically on that, but detox, it starts with our supplements. You need probiotics, you need enzymes in order to stabilize your gut and your microbiome. That's the first thing. It is a set of supplements which you will need to take together with, of course, we revise the food, we revise your hydration. We will use highly inflammatory oils as well, like copaiba, frankincense. It will be a full ritual, like I call it on my videos. Comment so and so, whatever I say there, if you want to see how essential oils can support you. Yeah, you will need to do a full detox on that. Maybe tomorrow, although today I said I'm going to speak about purity, and I started to take questions. Yeah, we'll see what I'm going to do tomorrow. But I'm coming live every day, so that's a good thing, because regardless of the topic, you will benefit a lot. You will need to support your gut. You need to support your liver function with your lifestyle, and that's part of the detox. We're looking at gentle skincare. No harsh products. I only use oils on my face, or this one, the hydrosol, rose hydrosol, which I just used, but normally I just deepen with essential oils. I don't know what kind of products, like skin products, you're using. So if we look in the mind, and the emotional patterns that are seen in this cystic acne, is like self-criticism. So do you have a lot of self-criticism? Do you have a lot of shame also regarding your body and your thinking? You have rejection in your self-image. I had people here on my live saying, I'm looking in the mirror and I hate myself. Do you have that feeling of not being enough? And that is coming from the childhood wounds. Those two videos, in my opinion, it should be millions of views in there. But again, what do your childhood wounds? That sounds weird. I'm not going to look at that. It's a pity, because if you will start understanding those wounds, you will not consider yourself not enough. You will not have that fear of being seen. You will not have that suppressed anger and frustration which are trapped inside. You will be expressing your emotions. You will not live so much into that emotional pressure, into resentment, into overwhelm, if you will start understanding those childhood wounds. You will not have that perfectionism which is taken to extreme and control your life, control other people's lives. If you all understand those, it's so hard. I know it's hard. I know, but I am so grateful every single day that even at quite an old age, over 40, I started to open my eyes. And I knew that if I don't change something in my life, nothing will change. You have that sensitivity of judgment, comparison, and this is why you get cysts, acne. Okay? Have you thought where at the moment, in this present moment, where it's hard for you? Where am I? Where I am like hard on myself? where I am hard on my appearance. What emotions am I holding under my skin? Okay, where do I feel the pressure that I don't express? Because all of this acne, it's symbolically, yeah, it's reflection of those emotional emotions, sorry, boiling inside you. Those emotions which are boiling underneath your skin, beneath the skin. And this is why you're, yeah, spirit wise, on the soul level, it's issues with self acceptance there, comparison all the time towards your body. Oh, so and so is so beautiful, you're looking perfect, I look rubbish, I look in the mirror, I can't accept myself, and so on. And then the cycle starts. It's release that shame, release that guilt. And here the essential oils are coming. I know it's hard to do it on your own. This is why you need support. Okay? That guilt, if you'll start using essential, I'm looking at my own journey, how I was 6 years ago when I started using them. Okay? Where was I 6 years ago? I'm telling you, I don't know, I think I might have a video. I think that you will be shocked if you'll see it. If you message me, I will send it to you in private on WhatsApp. I have it here. I think it's on my YouTube, or is it on my YouTube or TikTok? It's private there, but I will send it to you to see exactly how I was 6 years ago. But I allowed using oils every single day, reading, getting information. I allowed authenticity instead of self-protection. I allowed that healing, the relationship with with visibility and self-worth, because you are worthy as you are. Your skin, your skin is not your value. It's more than that. Healing begins with softening towards yourself. Soften towards yourself. I allow my body to calm. I allow to express my emotions. I allow to, for the skin to heal with kindness. Talking to your body. One of my videos the other day, it was about that. Talking to your body heals more than supplements. Yes, please, I would like to see video on childhood traumas. Where can I find it? If you don't want me to send it to you, just literally leave the live right now, go into YouTube, put in the search button Mihaela Hegarty, and you will find my channel there. And there on my live section, there is reels, there is playlists, there is whatever, and there is one of the tabs called live, and there you'll find, it's not a lot of videos there, okay, but you will find one of the videos is about childhood wounds. Two, I have two because it was too long to do it in once. So again, from a new Germanic medicine, from a holistic perspective, your cystic acne, it's about a self-conflict. It's a conflict of self-devaluing about your appearance. You're not feeling accepted. You're not good enough. You have that emotional pressure stored under the skin, protection from being seen or judged. And let me tell you the oils that I will recommend for this. Of course, if you want guidance and how many drops and how to use them, the full protocol, you'll need to contact me. So tea tree is the first oil that I recommend. Okay, some of them I have them here in my vicinity, some of them I have them there. So I'm not going to take them out, all of them tonight. Tea tree. Tea tree essential oil, it's a skin purifier. Amazing. Let's just smell it. It's the oil of boundary. Healthy boundary is the oil of self-protection. And when I do it and smell it from the bottle, I smell it with intention, right? So I purify my skin. I release whatever I have to release. I put my boundaries, healthy boundaries. Then I will recommend you lavender. It's very powerful as well. And that will calm that stress skin connection. Okay, amazing. Lavender. Frankincense, you get it for free. So when you buy all of the others oils or detox, you will get frankincense absolutely for free this month. And you have that cellular regeneration, you have emotional grounding. This is what frankincense does. For detox, I will recommend Zendocrine, but Zendocrine soft gels rather than the oil, because they're more they have others as well. The Zendocrine, lemon, grapefruit, together with citruses, it's cleansing, it's lightness symbolism, it's amazing. Zendocrine, lemon, grapefruit. And then copaiba, nervous system regulation, nervous system calm, it will, that stress hormone link. And for self-worth and for the emotional release, I recommend geranium, very good, geranium, and also clarisage. The flowers are very important, and rose on the heart chakra. And so geranium, clarisage, rose, it will be heart healing, self-acceptance, hormonal mood. So that will be, because cystic acne, it's very much linked to inflammation, to hormones, to stress, to gut skin imbalances. A lot of people who have this on a mind level are very critic with themselves, and they have that emotional pressure all the time of fear of being seen and so on. We spoke about that. Well, I think that's enough for today, because here in the UK it's almost 1 o'clock in the morning. Not good, is it? Not good. But that's from next week. We will come back into a normal time, which is, I think, from Wednesday until Wednesday, it will continue to be in the evening. So we have Sunday, tomorrow is Sunday, will be in the evening. Monday it will be in the evening, and Tuesday will be in the evening. So three more lives in the evening, and then from Wednesday it will be in the day at 1 o'clock UK time. And I'm going to take more questions from you. Thank you so much. Great content. Yeah, no problem at all. Let me stop the YouTube first. Okay.